Take the love in. We love you, Daniel Craig. Come on.
That's incredible. Thank you. Incredible. Thank you.
I want to get into all of this, and I want to thank you for coming back to our show. I think you're the only guest in the history of our show to come on our program 3 times for the same movie.
Yeah.
Because it kept getting pushed
Third
back.
time's the charm, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, okay. Gonna work this time.
It's finally out.
Yeah.
I loved it so much. Everyone's loving it. It's the #1 movie over the weekend. Congratulations. No Time to Die.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. I also saw this Being James Bond documentary about you on Apple TV. And I just didn't realize how much work goes into it. You think, like, oh, if you get James Bond, you go, that's it. That's just the best news in the world. It is,
by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true. It is. But it's also very hard because you got slammed immediately. They're like, a blonde James Bond?
Yeah.
Who is this guy? And
I mean, Barbara Broccoli always points out that Roger Moore was blonde, so I don't know why they latched onto that, but
because it rhymed, blonde Bond. I
you're
guess.
right. I suppose you're right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. People are very passionate about Bond. I think they're still passionate about Bond, and they certainly were when I took over. So,
yeah,
you know, you can't blame people for getting a bit wound up.
I know, but then you have to read these kind of reviews about yourself before you even shoot a scene.
Yeah.
Saying like, oh, I don't know if he's good-looking enough. I don't know if he's tough enough.
That's true, so that's fine.
No, please.
That's true.
No, but I love that in the documentary you see this and you go, oh, all this stuff is going in your head. You're reading these reviews and you go, I'm not going to read it anymore. I'm just going to go work.
Yeah.
And then you go to the set.
Yeah.
And everyone on the set are reading those same articles.
I'm looking at their feet and wondering, how's this going to go?
Yeah.
But what do? You put your head down. I knew we had an amazing script. I knew we had a great director. We had an amazing cast. We were doing stunts which, at the time, I knew were incredible. I didn't know how good they were going to be, but I knew that they were going to be pretty great. And you think, well, if that's all we can do, you do your best. And then if you don't like it, fair enough, I'll walk away and say, I gave it a go.
But they found you. You were doing these kind of independent films, art films.
Yeah. And
they go, what? And then you trained 7 days a week.
Yeah.
And all you need is that
8 days a week.
Sorry, 8 days a week, of course. You did that once. You came out of the water in the ocean.
Yeah.
In the swimsuit, and paparazzi got you, and that's it. That's our Bond right there. That's that stud. That is Daniel Craig forever. He is a stud. This is it's your 5th film. You've done this for 15 years. So far, the movies have made over $3.2 billion.
It's kind of, I didn't know that.
That's insane, right?
That's incredible, yeah.
And I want to say that you left your mark, obviously, and now we can call you Commander Craig because the British Royal Navy just made you an honorary commander.
I know. Yes.
That's amazing, right?
I mean, my father, I mean, it's really nice for me. My father was in the Navy. He sadly passed last year, and so it meant a lot. And what an honour, an incredible thing. I met the first Sea Lord, who is now just become commander of all British armed forces. He's just been promoted, and we did a very small ceremony because of COVID. I mean, the idea is I go onto a naval ship and I get piped aboard, I get a suit made and a Savile Row tailor. I mean, the whole bit, and I get, but that we'll do that soon, I hope. But and I can put it on my passport, I think. Which
can you really? Wait, wow.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think people know who you are. You don't need a passport anymore. But I do also want to say, after seeing the documentary, how great the producers, Barbara Broccoli, and Michael G. Wilson did. Amazing attention to detail and just keeping it going, no, this is our guy, we're sticking with him. And then you all came together and it's just the passion, the love that goes into every scene.
Well, they make, they do this thing, they make a family, and like any family, there's ups and downs and a little bit of back and forth, which is great. But ultimately, we've got each other's backs and we're looking out for each other. And that is really that's what makes them so special. I mean, every movie is a creative process, and you kind of have great, I love my job, so every day is great for me. But when you're on a Bond movie, you kind of realize it's special. There's nothing quite like it. And then you've got all that talent around you and this passion, and particularly on this movie, there was from every department, there was a sort of willing it to kind of be the best we could make it.
Was it super emotional because you knew it was the last one?
I mean, it wasn't while we were filming it. I don't have time to think about those things. You always think about tomorrow or next week or whatever you're going to do, and there's always fires to put out and things to do. But the last night, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. It's backlot at Pinewood. It's pissing with rain. It's kind of apt as it could be. And and all I do is I'm in a tuxedo. I walk down. It's in the movie. I walk down an alleyway, and that's it. It's my last scene. And most movies, when you finish them, they're just big anticlimaxes. You sort of everybody's so tired. You're just like, yeah, see you, bye. Yeah. You know, want to get home.
Yeah.
And every single person in the office had stayed late. All the cast had stayed late. All the crew had stayed late, and all the heads of the department. They all came. Suddenly, there's 200 people standing there, and I had to make a speech, which is just the last thing.
I could never do. I mean, but also these faces that you've seen change for 15 years. You've seen these faces saying goodbye.
We've all got older together. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing. But is there any way? Should I set up the film at all for this? Or just say it's another.
What we're going to look at something.
Yeah, we'll look at a clip.
I don't think you need to set it up. The DB5's in it.
Yeah, everyone knows it. Yeah. I want to show. Here's Daniel Craig as James Bond in No Time to Die. Take a look at this. That's what you want! That's a movie right there! Hey, hey.